What's up, guys? You know who it is, your boy, JS7. Welcome to the Inside Line. I got a new partner with me. I got Mr. Clinton Fowler. Y'all probably know the voice. Y'all probably seen the face. See him on the weekends on TV with me, along with everybody else. This is the Inside Line. We're going to bring some facts to you. We're going to break down the upcoming race. We're going to throw these championship odds. We're going to do what we do. So it's going to be a little different than the Rewind show because we're going to be doing some preview and hopefully win y'all some money and have some fun while we're doing it. So what's up, Clinton?
Hey man, it's good to be here. I'm excited to give people an opportunity to win some money. We can't bet. That's the downside when we're in the broadcast. We don't get the chance to bet here. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, James.
No, we don't get a chance, and that part sucks. But you know the best part is that we're going to give all the insights to you guys, so you guys can go out there and line it up as well. So the first race is this weekend at Paula. Since we can't get into action, I almost feel like I want to get back on the gate. But since I can't do that, we're going to help y'all get on the gate. Clinton, what do we got? We got Jett Lawrence back. We got Eli Tomac. We got Jorge Prado, Chase Sexton, and we got Hunter Lawrence. It's like the big five, the Fab Five. So we're going to start with Jett Lawrence. Clinton, give me some stats, baby. Give me some stats.
James, if you wanted to line back up, I think the world would break. That would be pretty incredible. But hey, let's talk about what we got for the odds to start this series for the futures for the championship bet. You got Jett Lawrence at the clear favorite. They started out with original odds at the end of last week, and it was a minus 250. It's moved to a minus 175 right now, so he's still the championship favorite, but maybe not quite as strong as folks have put their bet in. And then we go to the next one, Eli Tomac, and he started out as a plus 331. He's now looking at about a plus 750. And then you got your reigning champ, James, Chase Sexton. He started as a 515, a plus 515. He's now looking at a plus 500, so staying pretty stable. The one that really sticks out for me, though, James, is Jorge Prado started as a plus 8,000. Here is a four-time champ in the MXGPs. He's two-time MX2 and two-time MX1 champ over there. And he started as a plus 8,000. That seems crazy. He has now gotten to a plus 1,200, which still seems pretty high. What do you think, James?
Well, I think Vegas woke up, really, because that 8,000 bet, I mean, shoot, I'm going to have to break the rules on that one. And shoot, I have to get in on that action. But I think what it comes down to on Jorge, and we'll break him down a little bit more later on, but they just don't know him, you know? So we don't really know as well because there's a lot of changes for him, you know, switching from, you know, KTM, gas, whatever, one of those bikes. He was riding over MXGP, now in the Kawasaki. So we didn't get a lot of action with him, but I think Jorge would be pretty good. But the one guy I wanted to talk about was Jett Lawrence. I mean, him being the favorite, look, I get it. It's Jett Lawrence. And if I had to put my life on the line, which I guess I ain't racing, so I don't really have to, just got to worry about getting there, I would probably lean towards the number one. Coming off an ACL injury, you start to wonder, will he be healthy enough? Yeah, I've known some people to be able to come off ACLs and do it. I just think with Jett Lawrence, his biggest thing is going to be really one, how does he feel going into this race? Now, I will say this, he's won every time he's been there, so I think that confidence to help him, but you don't really know how he's going to handle the motorcycle. You know, like we don't know where Honda is, how much testing they've really been able to get done, and he doesn't have any kind of motocross setup. Last year, his brother switched, I believe it was like Unadilla or something like that. They got a few races on there, but the separation between Chase Sexton and Hunter Lawrence, and I believe that gap, I don't know if you can make that part up in the offseason. So for me, Jett Lawrence coming in, yeah, he's your favorite because it is Jett Lawrence, and we know the dude's won all these races, like literally. But he's had a problem being a little healthy lately, Clinton. So history would say he is the favorite, which Vegas has him the favorite. But I think I'm gonna stick with Chase Sexton this weekend if I'm being honest.
Hey, I think you nailed it when you said, hey, Jett Lawrence has done pretty well at Paula. He's 7 for 7 in his career. Now, that's both on the 250s and on the 450s. And in the 450s, he's won all 4 motos that he's raced there, both overalls. That's a pretty impressive record. And then you look at 2024, He was fastest qualifier in both times, fastest qualifier. He was fastest in both motos, won both motos. He got a whole shot in one of the two motos. So it feels like, at least to start, he's going to come out hot. I look at it, championship odds. It's not surprising. He has won, James, 15 of the 16 Pro Motocross Premier Class events he signed up for. That seems like a stamp of why they're putting him as the favorite to win the championship, right? Like that says this man does not lose. You might know something about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you break it down like that, yeah, of course, 15 out of 16, it's kind of hard to go against that, but that's why y'all come here. Again, I look at this as he's never came off an injury coming into the motocross. We had the Supercross championship, where he actually moved up from the 250 class to the 450 class. What did he do? He won. And then, last year he came in and off a Supercross championship. So you thought about the Supercross hangover, he won. But I would beg the difference. It's just he's in a different spot. I believe this is going to be one of the most difficult seasons for him. Even if all these guys stay healthy, I really do believe the way Chase has been riding, the way he finished last year Pro Motocross, we started seeing him, you go back to what happened Hangtown last year from 40th to 1st. We know what happened with Jett Lawrence, but there was points even when Jett was riding that Chase was that close, he was closer. So history would say 15 out of 16 is pretty good, but mindset-wise, Clinton, I got a question for you. Who do you think this race means more to? Chase Sexton, Jett Lawrence, or Eli Tomac?
Man, I love the question because I think it goes more to Chase Sexton, right? He's hearing everybody sitting here saying, these big guys are coming back. Jorge Prado, Eli Tomac, Jett Lawrence, Hunter Lawrence, all coming back. And Chase is like, excuse me, I just barely missed out on winning the Supercross title. I'm the reigning champ in Pro Motocross from last year. And you're going to put me at 500, plus 500 on the odds? Hey, I would have a chip on my shoulder. I'd want to come out and make that statement. So I think Chase is. But James, Eli Tomac, man, he's got to be chomping at the bit to be back on a bike, right? He came back. He's had a couple injuries. Dude, in the last 2 years, he's only had 2 of the 22 starts in Pro Motocross. It's been a while since he's been on the bike. And they've put him as the second favorite in the odds, right? He's now sitting at locally, I've seen him at the sports books at 750, at a plus 750. So, Eli's got to be, maybe it doesn't mean as much as it would to Chase Sexton to come out and take the win, but I think Eli Tomac may be in the same boat, James.
Yeah, so when 100% I agree with it. It's almost, if it wasn't because it was Eli Tomac, the guy who's won, 5 of these things? 5 championships?
4.
If it wasn't
4.
because of 4, 5 out of 4 people struggle with math, but hey, we'll just keep it at that. If it wasn't because it was him, then I'd be like, man, that is so disrespectful to Chase Sexton because he is your defending motocross champion. And yeah, he only missed out on the Supercross season by a few points, the championship. But when you look at that, you'd be like, man, he gave up a lot of points. So the fact is, as you say, if I'm Chase, I have a chip on my shoulder, more like a bag of Doritos on my shoulder because dude's got to be looking at that and be like, yeah, I would say out of all 3 of those guys, Eli probably has the least amount of pressure because, yeah, he's a little bit older. I think if he won this championship, it would be probably one of his greatest championships ever, just coming off injury with these young guys. But I do believe, as you said, it is Chase. There's a lot of pressure on him, but I almost say it would be the same with Jett Lawrence because coming into the season, the last thing you want to do is come into a place that you never lost and lose. And even worse, lose to a guy like Chase Sexton because Jett knows Chase is probably the one guy, even over Tomac, Chase is probably the one guy that you don't want to feel like that he believes he can beat you because we've seen what happened. Supercross, once he figured that out, look, Cooper won the championship, but Chase was just a different rider. And we saw it at the end of motocross. Once those second motos, Chase went to the gate knowing that I'm going to beat that. I'm going to win pretty much. And you just don't want that to happen. So I would say they're both pretty equal as far as how much pressure, how much it is on this first race, Jett Lawrence and Chase Sexton. But nonetheless, you got Eli Tomac. Eli might come out there and toe smack all them dudes, and I wouldn't be surprised. And that's why he is second in the odds.
Oh man, I love watching Eli when he is just in that beast mode. It is so amazing, James. It's like watching you back in the day. You and RC go toe to toe. I think maybe we'll get some of that this year.
All right, Clinton. This is why we're here. Let's give the people some odds. So we're gonna start with the defending champion, the guy with the momentum coming in here. Let's hit him. Chase Sexton. Give me some.
Chase Sexton for Paula. They got him at a plus 552. It's pretty good, man. He's won 2 overalls in Paula, 3 of 12 moto wins in his career. Not bad,
but not against Jett Lawrence, right? Not
2.
against Jett Lawrence. So maybe that's going to change this weekend. I wouldn't be surprised. So Chase Sexton at 552, something like that. What does that put him on the list? Is he first, second, third? What is he on the list?
Third.
Oh, they got him like barely battling for podium. Okay, y'all heard it, people. Chase Sexton. I think that might be a pretty good bet if you're asking me. Which I guess if you're here listening to this, you are kind of asking or listening to me. All right, next, Jett Lawrence. Give me some stats.
He's the favorite. They got him at a minus 159. Like, no surprise given what we were just talking about on the future odds. Dude, we talked about it. He's got 7 wins at Palo. Like, of course he's a favorite. How could they go any other direction?
Well, I mean, I could tell you why you probably could go a different direction. And then pretty simple, it's because that number 1 that's here on the KTM, you know, the dude's got a lot to prove. Although Jett Lawrence got a lot to prove, I wonder how confident Jett is coming into this round because, you know, we don't really know how long he's been on the bike. We don't know how much testing they have. So when I'm looking at the odds, that's a pretty big gap to have Chase Sexton at least third on that list, and Jett Lawrence is the favorite. History would say 15 out of 16. He is pretty damn good here at this racetrack, but I think there's a little bit more unknowns with Jett. So you heard it. Vegas got him as the favorite, people. All right, next one. Eli Tomac. Give me some odds.
Dude, Eli Tomac is the second favorite in this list, plus 348. Pretty good. They're clearly giving him the benefit, as we talked about, of the 4 titles that he's got. Dude, here's the thing. He hasn't won since the last round 2022 at Fox Raceway. He did win, go 1-1 that day for that and take the title. So, yeah, pretty good, James.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty good, but you say that, but how many times has he raced since that last time he was at Paula?
Yeah, not a lot. It could be rusty, but man, are we gonna question Eli Tomac coming in rusty?
No. You missed my point, Mr. Fowler. You missed my point. What I'm saying is, last time he won back in Paula. That was for a championship. He did go 1-1, but the dude's only raced twice, so it's not like he's been getting beat down. He just haven't been out there. So, look, Eli Tomac, Vegas got you. Put some respect on his name, which Vegas does. I still think when you throw Chase Sexton on there, it's pretty, second. Okay, I give it to you. So next, Hunter Lawrence.
Cool.
Give me some odds, baby.
Hunter Lawrence, I got a plus 930. Man, last year, season opener at Fox Raceway, he went 2-3 for second overall as a rookie, James. As a rookie, he was on the podium last year at the opening round.
Yeah, that boy ain't no rookie. No, but just like his brother, Jett Lawrence, I just look at the unknowns. And we kind of know how Hunter has been over his career, and rightly so. And I've said this last year, is when that dude, when he gets comfortable, like he's comfortable, and he's comfortable to win. But he's a little bit older as far as with his brother, meaning he's going to feel it out. Like, he's not going to go in there. He's the type of guy that, starts with salad, then the soup, then, the appetizer, where you got his younger brother, Jett. He just might go in there straight for dessert. So my whole point is Hunter likes to take his time. So maybe coming off the injury, feeling things out, he might not be as strong compared to his brother coming in. It's just because he's going to be a little bit more laid back. So I could see those odds being 4. Next one. Jorge Prado, the J silent people, the J silent. Give me some odds.
Dude, this one surprises me. They got him at a plus 5,518. There's some money to be made here if Jorge comes back hot from this injury.
Yeah, he probably is going to come back hot because isn't it supposed to be hot this weekend?
I haven't looked at the weather forecast.
It don't even matter. Yeah. It's going to be hot this weekend because we got all 5 of them. But Jorge, I'm not even going to say disrespect. What I'm going to say is that, man, people, come on, like throw it in. Like, especially if it's a, for a win, maybe 5,000 to 1. I don't think it's that big of a long shot, but it's a lot better than what they had him originally. What, 8,000? 8,000 to 1?
It was 8,000. That was on the futures, right? That was on the futures, which it's gonna. Yeah, this one's got to get better. It's gonna drop. It's got to get into the thousands. But hey, James, he has never raced a Pro Motocross National. He's never raced these tracks, so maybe that's a variable.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. But who cares? Jorge's. He's a dude. You ever seen that dude ride? Maybe he hasn't raced here at Paula, but that dude beat a lot of good people. Like, he's the MXGP World Champion, not just once but twice, and then of course in the 250 class. So dude's got some skills. Maybe what they were looking at is his Supercross skills and thinking that, all right, maybe he doesn't have enough. But I would not be shocked if Jorge came out and gave them boys a business with the Silent J. So we'll find out this weekend. And I do believe with him, he's got probably a little bit more. He's been riding, one, and the Kawasaki is a overall good motorcycle everywhere. So it's not like he's going to show up here and it's just going to be off, where certain bikes work better on certain conditions. I do believe he's probably got the best overall. I can go sand, hard pack, whatever here at Paula. He'll be pretty good. But yeah, I think Jorge probably wants to get out here and get the momentum going, and the Kawasaki be pretty good. So yeah, 5,000 to 1 or whatever those odds, that's a long shot. Just like Chase Sexton, you can throw some money in that and probably you might be able to hit.
We're going to find out. We're going to find out on Saturday, James, when we see if Jorge actually has it, or is it is it Jett Lawrence who's got the favorites, right? I mean, minus 159, it's still, there's money to be made. Obviously not the same amount, but there's still money to be made there.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's definitely money to be made, and I don't think it's a long shot. I mean, for the bill to make that money, I just believe Chase Sexton, Eli Tomac, and as I said, when you look at those two, Chase Sexton, Jett Lawrence, I think they both got a lot of pressure, and really just come down to one wants to beat each other. Chase doesn't want Jett to come off the injury and beat him because then that confidence. But Jett's won every race here ever. But then, Jett don't want Chase to come in because he knows how good he is, and he don't want that to happen. And plus, he's going to have number one. Jett believes that number one is supposed to be his bike. So we're going to figure it out. But the best part is that they're going to line up on Saturday, go do their thing, and then they're going to do it again next weekend. So long shot, as you said, yeah, you can look at Jett Lawrence or Chase how you want as far as the championship. But this weekend at Paula, it's going to be on. Man, I can't wait to see it, Clinton.
Hey, same boat. Hey, James, we don't have the head-to-head odds yet, but I'm thinking you and I should probably just choose 2 riders and start our challenge through the year of head-to-head. We're going to have the odds to talk about, but you and I should have a bit of head-to-head, and we can keep this tally. What do you think about who's going to be better between Aaron Plessinger and Justin Cooper?
Ooh. I mean, I was thinking you were going to talk about Big 5. We haven't even talked about that. I had a dream last night, not like Martin Luther King, but I had a dream that Justin Cooper is going to win an outdoor, and it might be this weekend. So I believe Justin Cooper should be in that Fab 5, Fab 6, or whatever you want to talk. So Cowboy, Aaron Plessinger, he's my boy. Man, I got Jay Cooper.
Okay, well, the odds makers had Jay Coop better too. They got him sitting at a 6,500 plus 6,500. I'll go Aaron Plessinger because, dude, Aaron Plessinger just came off his best Supercross season in his career. We saw him on the podium twice the amount of times he has in his career this year in Supercross. So I think he's coming in feeling good, and I think we're going to see him up there in Pala. So there you go. We got our head-to-head in, even though we don't have the head-to-head odds. We at least have the event winner odds for these guys. So there you go.
I agree. And the reason I'm going to pick Justin Cooper is not because of one, because of the way he was in the Supercross, and the way the dude was riding at some points. He was the fastest guy on the racetrack. He was the fastest guy on the racetrack. Then he probably won. Chase was that much faster, but I think the way this track and the way it's going to be, if it gets like Paula in the past, Justin Cooper rides a bike really light, and we know the Yamaha is going to be pretty good. He's going to have the teammate, with Eli Tomac back, so I think that's going to take a little bit of pressure. Everybody be looking at Eli. Justin Cooper might slide in there, and he probably wants to show those guys that it's his team. Yes, Cooper Webb, he just won the Supercross championship. Cool, old news. Justin Cooper is the new news. So J. Coop, I'm going for a whole shot, leading some laps, and yeah, he might get it done.
Alrighty, James. We covered futures. We covered the Pala event. We did the head-to-head. I think it's a wrap. I think we're a wrap and ready to go see the heat of Southern California on Saturday.
All right, yeah, I agree. That's our head-to-head. I got Coop. You got the Cowboy. Please, I don't mean no disrespect. All right, people, y'all know what time it is. Well, it's almost that time. We're going to be there. Paula this weekend on Saturday. Your boy's going to be on the tube. So hope you guys enjoy this. We will see you next week. Good to have you on board, Clinton. We got a lot of races to get done. So hopefully you can see my streak of the head-to-head dominating you. I'm about to go 22. How many races they got?
22.
Okay. Anyways, we'll see you next week. That's it. Inside line, baby. See y'all. Good luck.